Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video on Conqueror's Blade. So, Season 10 has finally been announced. We both kind of now know what it's about, and the fact it's going to be coming on the 21st of December, so we actually haven't got all that long to wait. I actually didn't see this one coming. I was not expecting a Scottish season. It's kind of cool. I must admit, this opening picture, I know it's not supposed to be because Boudica was an ancient Britain, but this really reminds me of the Boudica image from Total War Arena. But particularly with the fact that some of the units we've got coming along as well, it kind of makes it interesting. So, what do we know so far? Well, we've got a very nice looking cinematic trailer, which gives us some info kind of about a little bit of the units we see them, but we also get some more details about the 3 new units that we've got coming. We've got the Bagpipers, the Claymores, and the Houndsmen. I'd say 3 pretty iconic Scottish units. That's going to be kind of interesting. We get a little description, a bit about how they work. They go the first of its kind, a morale boosting band whose musical weapon of choice buffs their allies with rousing melodies. It sounds like it's going to be an almost entirely support unit, which is going to be kind of interesting. That's good. I like the idea of support units. I think that's something that we've not really seen enough of, although it has been a trend that I think we've started to see more AoE buffs starting to creep into the game, and I think that's a good thing. It's a good way of balancing units. It's a good way of allowing a more support class. So yeah, I think that's definitely a good thing to bring in. Going to be kind of a bit interesting when they first unlock. Everyone's going to unlock them, and there's going to be, 3/4 of the team are going to be playing a support unit, and everyone's just going to be buffing everyone else's support unit rather than actually having any units to do any killing. So yeah, be interesting to see how that plays out initially, but in the long term, I think that could probably going to be a good thing. We then go on to the Claymores. Well, we kind of see them a little bit in the video. Very sort of iconic unit when you think of Scotland and Claymores, very much so. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Gaining more defense as they attack. A little bit nervous about that as a line. That's a little bit, in a way, how the Axe Raiders work, sort of. Where they basically gain this defense buff as they take damage. Hopefully this doesn't work in a similar way. We've just got to be a bit careful about that they don't become this sort of super tanky berserker type Claymore unit. That's definitely the last thing we need. So apprehensive about them, but hopefully they get that. They manage to strike that balance between both being a good unit that's workable and kind of enjoyable, as well as being not overpowered and not too crazy and not too self-buffing with that defense increase as they attack. And then we get on to the Houndsmen. First animal unit to join the fray in Conqueror's Blade. This hunting company will heed the call alongside their fiercely loyal dogs of war. I wanted dogs of war in Season 7, in the Viking season. I did kind of want the Sons of Fenrir to be actual wolves. I'm really pleased that we actually now are getting a dog unit in Conqueror's Blade, and a 5-star, a tier 5 legendary unit as well, a golden era. So that's really nice to see. Really pleased about that one. Can't wait to get my hands on them. Hopefully we get into the PTR at some point and test some of this stuff out, because it's really interesting to see what that is like as a unit. We don't learn much about, no mention of a new hero or anything like that. I did initially think from the video we saw we might be getting something like that, but nothing really there like that. Just to flick over to the Frontier patch version, which is basically the same. Sometimes there's a difference between the 2 articles and you can kind of use both of them to learn a little bit more what's going on. But in this case, actually, the information on the units is pretty much exactly the same, so no real no real shock changes there. We do, of course, have this new map being released as well, Defend the Highlands New Map. Interesting. I like the fact they're bringing in new maps. The game definitely needs new maps. Always good to see. I'm not quite sure why they went for a 10-player map again. I feel like, generally speaking, the maps that are less than 15 have always struggled really with both balance and enjoyability in a way that the sort of the 15v15 maps just don't. So kind of a strange choice that they've gone for a 10v10 again, kind of like Linwu Fortress. I would have rather they would have gone for a 15v15, but until we actually get to see the map, till we kind of really get hands-on with it, then we don't really know what's going to be going on. They do go on to talk about the order the new battle pass on both of them. Of course, that's the same thing they've kind of done on all the previous seasons. The one thing they haven't mentioned, though, is pre-ordering any of the units this time. At least it doesn't mention it on Frontier, and I haven't seen it anywhere on the My Games version, so I hope that's something they stick to. I didn't like the fact, I know it doesn't necessarily change anything because you can just pay through them with gold, but when you're sort of pre-ordering the ability to skip. I don't know, it just seemed quite somehow worse. It just seems so much upfront. So I'm glad that so far we haven't got any mention of that. Hopefully they don't start allowing you to pre-order the specific units before they've even been released, because I think it's better if we can avoid that sort of thing. But then just go on to briefly talk about, we've got a hero boost, etc., bronze boost. They normally do a few seasonal pre-quests where you can unlock some glory scrolls. That's nothing particularly new. And they talk about they're going to be on Twitch on the 16th of December. From a personal point of view, I hope we can also get on at the same date, because it'd be kind of cool to be able to bring you some footage from the PTR, do a little bit of testing and actually see what these units have to offer and see what they're like. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't yet know if that's going to be the case. So there it is. Season 10 is Scotland. That's going to be very cool. I shall have to try and refrain from making too many English-Scottish jokes, but try not to ruin Scottish relations too much, but we shall see what we can do, no guarantees. Anyway, certainly pretty pleased. I think it's going to be an exciting season. I think Season 9 has been really a very tough one, so I think we very much need a better season now, and I think being a specific historical season is always going to be better for the game than kind of the Mad Max style sort of semi-fantasy season that we've just gone through in Season 9. So I think this season's definitely going to be better for player numbers in the game, and, well, I guess I've got to at least try and be optimistic, so I'm looking forward to it. Particularly looking forward to the dogs. Anyway, do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you excited for this season, or are you still a little bit apprehensive? Either way, as I say, let me know in the comments down below. I'll bring you all the latest news as it comes out. So thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you all on the next video.
Sons and daughters of the Highlands, my kin. A good tale never tires in the telling. This one was born to be told. A tale of loyalty and bravery, where good folk fought for what's right. When a brave few stood against many. And roar like lions in the face of death. Remember this day. When the pipes call.